Hey everybody, this is Kathy Champion, and from Random Acts of Crafting. I would like to give you some details on this cute little card. I think I saw this, I'm not even sure if it was Pinterest, but nevertheless, I thought it was just adorable, and I thought that I'd bring this to you this morning and show you how to make it. I'm calling it the interlocking gatefold card because this circle interlocks into this circle frame, and it is just a cute little card. I believe it's a 5.5 by 5.5, so it's almost your 6 by 6 card size. Would definitely fit into a 6 by 6 envelope. I thought it was just absolutely adorable, and I used some circle dies, and I'm going to show you, for the sake of the time of the video, I went ahead and pre-cut my pieces. But I just want to tell you real quick how I made this little mechanism right here. I used a Gina Marie die set, and I thought this was so pretty because it's lacy, and I thought that would be so cute for this card. So what I did is I taped these together, of course, upside down, on a piece of white, heavy cardstock. I used Not Your Mama's cardstock, and I cut it twice. And then I glued those together so that it would be extra strong, because this mechanism is going to get a lot of pull and tug on it, and you don't want this piece to bend. So for that reason, I doubled it and glued it together. And then, because of the paper that I chose, and I chose this beautiful butterfly paper for the base of the card, and I wanted something that would complement the colors, and I didn't have a pink that would quite do it without being too bold on the front. So what I did is, after I put this together, I used my Distress Oxide in Worn Lipstick, and I used a blending tool, of course not this one. I have a pink one that I had on it at the time, and I just ink blended and changed the color from this white to this beautiful pink, and it kind of matches in with the other pinks on the cardstock, which is exactly what I wanted to do. And then I had cut a circle, which will be the base of the circle, and this is a 3-inch circle. Let me check my measurements again to be sure. Yes, it is 3 inches. Now, if you don't have these particular dies, you can use any circle die that you have. You can make a frame out of these and then just use a smaller circle for the inside. I also use the Gina Marie smaller, one size smaller than these. And I cut this piece. And this is what our little message on the front is going to be stamped on. The circle die, I cut this circle out, and I did the ink blending with it with this blue. That's why this one had blue on it. So those were all my die cuttings, and like I said, for the sake of the time on the video, I went ahead and prepared all the pieces so that all we would have to do is put the card together. I will post in the description of this video all of the measurements and the mat sizes and things like that. So don't fear trying to get everything as I'm telling you. Of course, you know, you can pause the video as you go and make this card along with me if you like. But anyway, I thought this cardstock was just beautiful with the shimmer, the butterflies, and the flowers. And with it being summer, it is summer now, this is not two-sided cardstock. So what I did is I went ahead and wrote my measurements. It is cut at 5.5 tall by 11 inches long. So what we need to do now is we need to put this in our score board, and we are going to score this. And let me find my score tool. We are going to score this at 2 3/4. Get my glasses, excuse me. 2 3/4. And 8 1/4. And then all we're going to do is fold this and fold it. Now I am going to move my scoreboard out of the way. And if you're wondering what the paper pack, this particular paper came from, I am not even sure where I got this paper pack. I can't remember if it was Joann's, but it is a very, very beautiful, called the Blossoms and Butterfly Stack. And like I said, I can't remember, and it doesn't say on here exactly where I got it, but I do shop at Joann's, I shop at Michael's, and I shop at Hobby Lobby. I know I did not order this. I picked it up at a craft store, and I'm sure I got it on sale. But just look at that. Is that not gorgeous paper? I love it. I love butterflies and flowers anyway, so this was just right up my alley. I just wanted to show you the paper pack because I thought it was so beautiful. I don't know if it's available anymore. I will look and see if I can find it, and if I can, I will definitely link it in the description below, so that if you actually want to go pick up this pack, hopefully we can still find it. I'm going to go ahead and burnish the my creases really well. And now you can see we have the gatefold. But before we go any further, I did do some matting. So the mats are cut at 2.5 by 5 1/4. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mat this right here. But I think before I do, I'm going to get rid of my pencil marks, because just in case they show. I should have done this more in the center when I put these marks on. I guess I wasn't thinking ahead for matting, but I figure with this being white on the inside, it just needs a little something to help it to pop. So what we're going to do is we're going to put that down so we have a nice little border around the edges. And I'm going to use the art glitter glue for that. I sure hope everybody's having a wonderful Wednesday. It's been hot here in North Carolina, and we've had some major storms. In fact, we lost power Saturday due to a very violent thunderstorm that came through. But we did need the rain. I think my garden was very happy over the amount of rain that we got. And then it rained again Sunday night. So nothing can live without water, so too much water is a bad thing, but not enough is definitely not a good thing either. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and put this other mat down. You're going to see that all the magic in this card happens with the little interlocking circle that we're going to put on the front. But I thought I would get this kind of, I guess, tedious matting done before we go to the front. And then we'll have fun decorating. I'm actually going to make this, instead of being a birthday card like the one that I showed you, like this one, I made it as a birthday card because I figure you can never ever have too many birthday cards. And I left the inside blank so that when I get ready to send this, I can either stamp a sentiment or I can write a little message inside. All right, we got that matted, so now I cut a mat for the inside because I'm going to mat another piece of white on top of this, but I just thought this would be so cute to open it up and have that vibrant pink on the inside. And this is cut at 5 1/4 by 5 1/4, so it is a square. And this is going to give you that nice little backdrop for whatever you want to put on the inside of your card. I thought it was just so cute. If you hear any noise in the background, my puppies, which aren't puppies, they are actually 3 and 4 years old, but they're little Shih Tzus, so I call them my puppies because they are my babies. If you hear any snoring in the background, it is my babies. They are both laying right here at my feet, one in front and one behind, and they're sleeping. And they do have a tendency to snore. So what we're going to do now we're going to do the magic. What we're going to do is we're going to try to line this up. And I believe if my measurements are correct, we need about 3/4 of an inch on both sides, all the way around, top, bottom, left, and right. So about 3/4. That looks good. About 3/4. That looks good. And I guess I eyeballed this card enough. I can pretty much tell if I've got it at the 3/4 inch, and that's perfect. Okay, so what I am going to do now is I'm going to hold this piece on the side that I don't want it glued. I'll tell you what, let's use a piece of our sticky tape. I think this will make this a lot easier. Let's just use a piece of sticky tape and hold that in place. I'm going to fold it over. Oops, maybe I should have used more than one piece. Let's try this again. Making sure we get it about 3/4 by 3/4. I think that looks good. So we're going to try this again, and we're going to tape it down a little bit better this time. All right, now we got this over here where we can add our glue. So I'm going to take my art glitter glue, and I am going to just go in little zigzag motions, trying to get up, but I don't want to get over the holes. I'm not going to worry too much about this, because if you are familiar with art glitter glue, it dries clear, but I still don't want it to be oozing out. So let's pick this up and just bring it to the other side. Now let's lift up our tape, because we want to make sure we didn't get anywhere we didn't want it. And I think that is adhering really well, and it looks good. So hey, yay for me. All right, the next thing that we want to do is we want to adhere the blue piece. In order to do that, we are going to lay it into this circle, because that way we know without a doubt it's where it needs to be. We're going to lift this up, and we're going to put this on here. Again, I'm going to use my purple tape, and I'm going to glue it down this time on this side. And I hope that makes sense. This is just giving me my placement so that I know that I need to glue on this side. So again, we're going to add our art glitter glue. For me, this little process just makes it much easier when I get ready to glue this down, because, and it looked like it moved a little bit, so we're going to reach under here and pull it just a tiny bit. I think that's good. And now what we're going to do is we're going to fold this and just fold it over, just like that. And we can take our little piece of purple tape off. And if everything worked as it should, we should have our interlocking mechanism. And voila, we do. Now, how easy was that? I mean, after cutting your pieces, that is the most work that you will do. And I just thought that was just so stinking cute. Now, I do have this little white piece that I am going to put in the center, and this is going to be with our sentiment. Now, I was looking, like I said, this is going to be a thank you card, so I was looking for a thank you sentiment that would fit, and I found this one, and it says, let me stamp this down on a scrap piece of paper. Oops. Get my card back together, and my Versafine black onyx ink. It's right here. And we're going to stamp this on a scrap piece of paper first to make sure we get, I don't think I'd used this stamp before, that's why I want to. And this says, so thankful for you. Oh yeah, that's stamped really pretty. So I think we're ready to put this in the center of our little, I guess we can call this a little decorative medallion, because it has that lacy edge around it. And I just love the look of this particular die set. I use it all the time. Again, that is Gina Marie Designs. And you can get this, if it's still in stock, you can get it at I'm going to try to center that right there, and we are going to press it. And I'm basically just going to hold this to the paper for a little bit and just make sure that I get a good stamp. So thankful for you. That turned out beautiful. Okay, I forgot to put my pen back in my glue. We all do this. We get busy. We're so excited about seeing the final project. All right, we are going to, I think we're going to put this up on a little bit of dimension. I think that would be super cute. And I also want to put some butterflies around this. And I'm trying to decide, do I want to stamp them? Or do I actually want to find in my stash, I don't know if y'all do this, but I do this all the time. I stamp out and color and fussy cut a lot of different items. And I put them in little Ziploc bags, and then I have them when I need them. So let's look in my little butterfly bag and see what I've got. I know I've got some little butterflies. These particular butterflies came from a stamp set that Tracy and Bill Phillips did, and it's called Spread Your Wings. And they have an online store, so if you're interested in getting, these are some of the other butterflies from that set called Spread Your Wings. Beautiful stamp set. I had so much fun cutting and coloring these, kind of like that purple one. But I would love to find a pink one. I see red and orange, and that might work because it's got the pink and the blue in it. And I want to get maybe 3 because, you know, everything looks better in 3s. And there's a cute one. Let's see. So do y'all see my thought process in doing this? Sometimes trying to, I mean, decorating is without a doubt the most fun part of making cards, but I also have a video that I'm going to bring you using this particular butterfly die, and this was a butterfly die set by Spellbinders, and it is gorgeous. If you are a stickle person, you will want to tune in for that video. And I love stickles. I think they are gorgeous. I think I love anything that sparkles. So you might want to stay tuned for that. Be on the lookout for it, because I will be recording that and putting it up pretty soon. There's a cute one. Okay, so which one of these do we want? Let's see what else we got. Here's a purple one. I think I like that. Well, those are about the same. Okay. Oh, here looks like a, oh, that's cute. I think we're going to use this one. And maybe this one. Oh, that's super cute. We need one more. Don't y'all think we need one more? Let's see. This is the bad thing about putting them all together. Oh, what about this little green and pink one? This is super cute. Oh, yeah. And let's see, where do I want to put that one? Let's put one right there, and maybe one there. I love that. Alrighty, I'm just going to move my butterflies out of the way, and we will clean this up after we finish filming this. So let's see. I think what I am going to do is take my butterflies off, and we're going to get some foam tape, and we are going to put this up on some dimension so that it will pop just a little bit. And I am using the Scotch foam tape. You can get this at Meme Made It. I believe Amazon carries it. Now, I don't know if theirs is the same thickness as this, but this is awesome. It is an investment, but it lasts forever. I've had this roll for almost a year now, and it is still humongous. So it is well worth the investment, because then you've always got dimensional tape and you don't have to worry. Now, I had a little piece left over, so I am just going to stick it to the side of this, and this will be good for use on the next project that I make. All right, let's pull our little backers off. My trusty little pokey tool. I understand these pokey tools are no longer available. I know they were made by Craft, and I don't know why they stopped making them, because I know they were a really hot seller for all of us crafters. We loved it. So let's see if we can get this centered nice and straight, because we don't want a crooked sentiment. My southern accent doesn't always pronounce or enunciate properly, so just forgive me, y'all. It's a southern thing. But just for a little background history about me, I'm originally from Virginia, and I migrated south about 11 years ago, and I have never ever looked back. I do miss my family that's in Virginia, but I'm about 5 hours from them, so I'm in the southwestern portion of North Carolina. In fact, I am only about 7 miles from the South Carolina line, which is kind of neat, especially when the gas prices were skyrocketing, because we would just drive to South Carolina and get cheap gas. So, well, when I say cheap, it was cheaper. Now that they have implemented more tax on the gas in South Carolina, it's pretty much the same, unless you go to Costco, which we do. We go to Costco at least a couple of times a month, and we always fill up whichever car we take with us. All right, let's see if we can get these put down. We're going to put one right here. I love the dimension. I think it just adds so much to a card. And we're going to put this one right here like it's in flight. The flight of the bumblebee, or should I say the butterfly. Not such a fan of bumblebees or any kind of bees. They like me a lot better than I like them. Okay, we got one more thing to do with this card before we can call it a done deal. We want to put a piece of white cardstock inside, and I cut a piece that was 5 by 5, and I thought that would be a perfect place to be able to write a sentiment or stamp a sentiment for the recipient. So let's glue this down. Glue that all nice and down with our art glitter glue. Give us a nice little 1/8 of an inch border all the way around. And guess what, folks? We are done. All except putting the sentiment on the inside. Now, isn't that a lovely little card? I think it's so cute. I love this paper. I love the interlocking circle. I love the fact that you could make this. I have been thinking with this particular card, Christmas cards, and make this look like a wreath. There are just so many possibilities, and I love cards that are versatile, that you can dress up, dress down. This would be beautiful done in black and white for a wedding card. Put a little bride and groom on the front, and congratulations or best wishes. Just, I mean, just let your imagination go wild. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. I also want to tell you that I created a Facebook page, a group page called Random Acts of Crafting. If you want to join, please do go over there. And this is a place where we can share our our projects. I will probably link this video over there once it goes up. And I look forward to seeing all of you out here in the crafting world. So be on the lookout for more videos. Thank you so much. If you liked what you saw today, please hit that like and share button. And also, if you would like to see more of what I do, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell, and then you'll be notified every time I put a video up. Thank you again so much. Don't forget to be a blessing to someone today. Smile, tell them you love them, tell them how special they are. It goes so far, and you never know what that simple act of kindness can do for someone's day, because we don't always know what they're going through. So be a positive influence. Love you guys, and I'll look forward to seeing you again. Bye-bye.